While Elon Musk tweets and Jeff Bezos rockets to space, Bernard Arnault quietly became the richest person on Earth by selling handbags that cost $40 for $5,000. This video shows how Arnault built a luxury empire worth hundreds of billions without flashy stunts or social media drama. We'll explore his rise, hostile takeovers, acquisitions of over 75 luxury brands, and why selling luxury goods is smarter and more stable than building tech companies. By the end, you'll see why a simple handbag can make more money than a billion-dollar app or rocket. Stick around to understand how Arnault turned human desire for status into unstoppable wealth, and why this quiet billionaire's empire will outlast any tech trend. Most people think billionaires get rich by inventing the next big tech product. Arnault proves the opposite. He became richer than Elon Musk, not by coding apps or building rockets, but by selling luxury items that people feel they absolutely need. This wasn't luck. It was strategy, psychology, and smart business moves. By the end, you'll understand why tech billionaires chase attention while Arnault quietly dominates the world, year after year, without anyone noticing. Who is Bernard Arnault? Bernard Arnault is a French businessman, but he's not a household name like Musk or Bezos. He is the CEO and controlling shareholder of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company. Arnault started as an engineer in his family's construction business, but he quickly realized that making products wasn't enough. People had to desire them. Arnault has a calm, quiet presence. He doesn't tweet, post on Instagram, or make headlines. He prefers strategy over spectacle. Instead of building flashy apps or rockets, he buys brands, strengthens them, and controls the market. His goal is simple. People will pay enormous amounts for products that signal wealth, status, and taste. Arnault isn't chasing fame. He's building a dynasty. The hostile LVMH takeover. In the 1980s, Arnault made his first bold move, taking control of LVMH, a giant holding company of luxury brands. This takeover wasn't friendly. He partnered with Guinness, used clever financial strategies, and outmaneuvered competitors to win control. This was corporate warfare at the highest level. Arnault didn't just want to run a company, he wanted an empire. From that moment, he began acquiring other luxury brands aggressively, buying companies that were struggling or undervalued and turning them into highly profitable parts of LVMH. This move shocked the business world because most billionaires at the time were focused on tech, oil, or finance. Arnault focused on human desire, a market almost no one else studied carefully. The acquisition strategy. Arnault's empire now includes over 75 brands, including Louis Vuitton, Dior, Givenchy, Fendi, Bulgari, Sephora, and Tiffany. His strategy was simple but brilliant. He bought high-quality brands with history and prestige, kept their identity intact, and charged prices that created enormous profit margins. For example, a Louis Vuitton handbag costs about $40 to make, but sells for $5,000. Unlike tech, which can be disrupted overnight, luxury brands can't be copied easily. Arnault wasn't just selling bags, watches, or perfume. He was selling desire, culture, and status. Every brand had a story, and he leveraged that story to make products irresistible. Even in times of economic downturn, luxury sales often continued because wealthy consumers wanted to signal success. Why luxury beats tech? Luxury has three major advantages over tech. First, there's no risk of being disrupted. A handbag can remain desirable for decades. A new app can become obsolete in a year. Second, people pay enormous amounts above the production cost. Third, luxury carries history, prestige, and identity that competitors cannot replicate. Arnault understood human psychology better than most tech CEOs understood coding. Technology can be copied, updated, or improved, but a Louis Vuitton bag is timeless. It represents status, taste, and exclusivity, things that never go out of style. Even during recessions or crises, people with wealth still buy luxury, which makes the business incredibly resilient. That's why Arnault's empire continues to grow, while tech companies often face constant disruption. Tiffany acquisition during COVID. In 2020, Arnault made another masterstroke by acquiring Tiffany & Co. for $16 billion. During COVID, Most companies were weak, stock prices fell, and investors panicked. Arnault saw an opportunity. He bought Tiffany at a lower price, strengthened the brand, and increased its global presence. This move shows his opportunistic genius. He doesn't wait for perfect moments, he creates them. Luxury isn't about being flashy. It's about timing, patience, and quiet dominance. By acquiring Tiffany, he not only expanded LVMH's portfolio, but also strengthened the brand's image as a symbol of lasting wealth, increasing long-term value. The quiet billionaire. Arnault stays private while other billionaires chase fame. He doesn't tweet, post on social media, or fight in public. Instead, he makes calculated acquisitions, focuses on profitability and brand strength, and plans succession carefully, keeping his family in leadership positions. Arnault understands that attention is not wealth. Tech billionaires often mix the two, making headlines but not always building long-term value. Arnault focuses on human desire, building a multi-generational empire that will endure beyond his lifetime. Even today, he is calm, deliberate, and rarely seen in the press. He lets the brand speak for him. How the business model works. The LVMH model is simple but brilliant. He buys or creates high-quality, desirable products, keeps supply limited to increase perceived value, maintains the brand's prestige and story, and charges prices far above cost. This model works because people want what is exclusive and are willing to pay for status, not just the product. Profit margins are enormous, often hundreds of times the production cost. This is why a bag, watch, or perfume can generate more profit than a billion-dollar tech startup, and it doesn't get disrupted overnight. Luxury also creates brand loyalty, meaning customers keep returning for new products. Tech products often require continuous reinvention to stay relevant. What can we learn from the man who quietly overtook Elon Musk? Build on human desires that never change. People will always want to show status and taste. Patience pays off. Don't chase fame, build slowly, acquire carefully. Focus on value, not attention. Followers on social media don't equal wealth. Control your empire strategically and plan for the next generation. Luxury isn't just about selling bags. It's about creating an ecosystem where people willingly pay huge amounts for symbolic value. Arnault proves that you can become the richest person in the world without ever chasing trends, tweets, or headlines. While tech billionaires fight in public and chase trends, Arnault quietly built an empire worth $230 billion. Handbags, watches, champagne, and perfume. All products with massive profit margins and lasting cultural influence. He bought Tiffany during a crisis, strengthened brands without destroying their identity, and created a multi-generational empire. No tweets, no stunts, no flashy PR, just strategy, patience, and understanding human desire. Arnault proves that quiet strategy beats flashy disruption, and that some empires are built to last forever. Bernard Arnault became richer than Elon Musk by quietly buying brands, building desire, and charging thousands for products that cost only a few dollars to make. His strategy, acquisitions, limited supply, maintaining prestige, shows why luxury is more resilient than tech. This isn't a story about fame or attention. It's about human behavior, strategy, and creating an empire that lasts decades. And that's why Bernard Arnault, the billionaire you've never heard of, quietly sits at the top of the world, all thanks to handbags, human desire, and smart strategy.